Hey guys, Node Investor here. Want to make a video about how I research and investigate cryptocurrencies. If I'm looking at something new, what process, what tools do I use to take a look? So this is really more for folks that are somewhat newer in the space. If you've been around cryptocurrency for a little while, you're probably familiar with a lot of these tools that I'm going to go over today. And some of this is just kind of common sense too, right? I mean, I'm not going to share anything groundbreaking here probably, but I do want to give some tips and some tools, right? I show a lot of charts, and the charts are the timing aspect and some of the history of the price action, but it doesn't necessarily tell you what to buy. So don't confuse that with, oh, the chart's going up, that means I should buy it. No, that's the when. But the fundamentals, if you're investing, especially for the long term, or if you're interested in the technology, the fundamentals are really important. So, what's the project about? Who's behind it? What's their mission, their vision? What separates them from other things, right? So, how is Ethereum different from Ripple? And how is that different from Bitcoin? And how is that different from Dash? Those are good questions that you should be asking before you buy a lot of this stuff. So just blindly buy. Definitely don't read the troll box on Poloniex and say everyone's saying buy this, go do that, and that's just crazy. Do your own due diligence. It helps a lot. So first place I would check is YouTube. YouTube is very good. Obviously, you guys are using it. You're on this channel right now. I use it. So I mean, just to give you an idea, if you go to my channel, you can see cryptos on here, Bitcoin Meisters on here. There's a lot of guys that I watch too to learn. I mean, we're all learning. One thing I really like about this space is this is a community that likes to share information. People like to give their ideas, their perspective, the pros and cons. So there's a lot of good stuff out here. And there's a lot of folks on this list. I'll try to link to some of the other channels that I like and post them on here. But so look around. I mean, if you just start searching for some of the same topics that you use to find this video, they'll pop up. So there's a lot of good guys out there, or guys and girls, that are posting really good informative videos on different aspects of cryptocurrency. So YouTube's number one. That one's easy. Number two, cryptocurrency market cap. I show this page a lot. If you're new to crypto, or if you've been in it just a little while, no doubt you've probably seen this. You've heard people talk about it, but this basically lists a summary of the cryptocurrency universe, right? So total market cap, $68 billion, total currencies, 700, and they break it down by different markets and asset types, etc. One thing to look at too is, I mean, there's 700 for one, but the first page, it's going to take you down to the 100, and that's typically default settings. You can change that, and there's a lot of pages there. The other thing to look at too is if you actually go down to a specific page. So let's pick NEM, for example. Click on the link. Every one of these is going to have their website linked on here. So definitely go check out their website. At least go see what it looks like, what they're saying their coin is, etc. So for example, if we click on the NEM website, right, it's going to take us to nem.io. This tells you a little bit about NEM. Their wallet, how to get it, where to get it, what their, some FAQs, their blogs. So every coin generally has a blog. If they don't, or if they're not really serious about maintaining it, that's a little bit of a red flag, right? Anybody who's got a serious project going on is going to keep people informed. So that's another thing to look at, how to get it. So definitely check out cryptocurrency market cap, so the coinmarketcap.com. Another way is on this thing here is social, right? So a lot of these guys will maintain a Reddit page, or they're pretty active on the Twitter feeds. So look at that, go to their Twitter page. I'll get to Reddit in a little bit. So there's one thing to look at there. Another one that I like is Gecko. Now, they got a lot of ads and pop-ups, which is kind of annoying, but hey, I guess they got to make their money to maintain their sites. But they do have some good information on here. So one thing to look at, for example, you can look at by BTC, by USD, by however you want to look at it. So let's pick USD, just for example's sake. Coins by A to Z Or you can also filter by what's the market cap, liquidity, some developer ratings, community ratings. So they got a lot of really good ratings on here. So let's look at another one. Let's say you're interested in Dash. So what's Dash all about? So you click on Dash. And they kind of give you a little bit of history right here, right? So Dash is formerly known as Darkcoin, and then they rebranded, protects on anonymity. They, developed by the Dash team called Dark Sand. So a lot of good information on here about just brief history. If you look at market cap, another thing to look at is they'll tell you how much coin is going to be made available, supply, all of that good stuff. Then they have their own ranks based on different criteria, social media, source code, repository, activity. So CoinGecko is really good in terms of just finding out very quickly what's the product, right? And if you want to look at the technicals, right, what's the hash rate and what type of protocol do they use? If they're on Facebook, here we go, Reddit links, code repositories. So a lot of good information on here. CoinGecko is probably another good one. So if you're finding something new and you want to know a little bit more about it, go to this one. Let's jump to Reddit. Reddit, okay, now we're getting into the land of subjectivity. So you got to be careful right here. A lot of really good information on Reddit, but it's also a lot of noise. So there's, anybody can post. Let's just be real, right? And you don't know who's on the other end. You don't know if they're a professional developer or someone who's really informed in the space or someone who's just kind of just spitting out their opinion and posting. And you don't know if it's some random person, some 8-year-old kid, or someone who's really serious, right? I mean, you can kind of guess sometimes, but it can be noisy is all I'm saying. But there's a lot of good information. People post links to wallets, links to exchanges, links to their websites, blog feeds, news they see. So Reddit's a good one. There's pretty much a Reddit page for just about everything. So come out here, search for a particular topic, go to their Reddit page. The more serious coins are going to be very active on these type of things. So just take a look at that. Another one is bitcointalk.org. It's a forum, has kind of that old school forum look, but it's pretty active still. So another one to look at. You can search. There's an altcoin discussion sub page, and then just kind of different topics and things to look at. You can search. Probably not as user friendly as Reddit, but still information is out there. A lot of these are still pretty active. So take a look at that. The last one is news, right? So if something is kind of making headlines, take a look, or you'll do a Google search for news to see if there's anything available, right? Bitcoin price, cryptocurrency. Coindesk.com is definitely heavy Bitcoin, but you'll see news on other things, right? You'll see Monero on here, Zcash, some of the other ones that were coming out. I think there's an article on Dash here, so look at that. Cointelegraph, also same thing with news. It just kind of tells you a little bit. Some of these articles are good sometimes, and they'll post, kind of a little overview, or they'll interview people from the industry or developers from the project. So kind of good stuff. So the whole point here is just become familiar with what you're looking at, right? Don't just blindly watch a video recommendation and everyone says this is going to be the next one that goes to the moon and I'm going to go buy it. Do some research, learn a little bit about it. If you're seeing a theme and you see everybody keep talking about something, well, go look into it first. And maybe it is a big deal. Definitely check out their websites, right? Most of these have a website. Go look into it. Try to download the wallet. Try to play around with it. So those are some good just resources that I use to research everything. And the key is, once you know what the project is and what you're looking at and what the mission is, your conviction about holding can change, right? So this space is very volatile, as you guys know. And I mean, if you're day trading or if you're, doing that short term, obviously this does, that's a whole nother ballgame. But if you're looking to just say, hey, I want to buy into this, maybe more longer term, you'll have that conviction to hold when you buy something and you see a drop in price, and you can kind of ignore some of the short-term price fluctuation because you're a little more informed and a little more convicted about the long-term aspects of the project, and so you can hold longer. Um, and that's some of the best moves I've made have been that, right? When Ethereum first started and when some of these other projects first started, I looked at them and I looked at them hard and I gave them a lot of research and put in a lot of time and study before I committed any dollars to it. But once I did, I was fully convinced, hey, this is a good thing. This is going to work out long term. And yeah, the price went up, went down. I didn't really watch it every day. It was not that big of a deal. And then one day it's like crazy, quadruple, triple, 10 times. So it's more of a longer term thing. So if that's kind of more what you're looking at, you want to research it, that's when you do this. And then it's only then that you go look at the charts and you say, okay, I like this project. And then now you can kind of start saying, what's the recent price action, right? Hey, this thing's going up, it's going down, it's going crazy. What's the trading volume? Is it worth buying? Is it liquid? Um, what's the price history on it? Has it gone up? Is it going to pull back? At that point, you're talking more the precision, the when. Is now a good time? Maybe I should wait a couple weeks, or it's just going to break out. That's a whole nother talk, and that's kind of typically more what I'm showing videos on is the charts. Um, but you want to do the research, is all I'm saying, and really get a good feel for what it is you're looking at before you commit some money to it. So just some thoughts on what I do and some of the research I do, and of course the charts matter, and I look at that as well. But they kind of work together. Hope this helps. Till next time, take care.